The potential NFL DFS picks are limited during conference championship week, but that doesn't mean daily fantasy football strategy changes for tournaments. Our playoff FanDuel GPP lineup takes some chances, particularly with boom or bust Jaguars and an Eagles receiver, but we also play it safe with several options from the Vikings and Patriots. The most automatic pick of the week is Rob Gronkowski, so if you pass on Gronk, you better make good use of your savings. Both quarterback and defense are wide open in tournaments, though most will likely avoid Nick Foles and the Jaguars' St. Running back and wide receiver are also wide open, but for different reasons. It's tough to find a player, let alone multiple players, who feel like sure things, making this weekend better suited for GPPs than cash games. Playoff DFS, DraftKings GPP lineup builder FanDuel Playoff Picks, NFL DFS tournament lineup for conference championships Case Keenum, Vikings at Eagles $8,000 without the miracle 61-yard TD pass on the game's final play. Keenum's final line last week would have looked less than mediocre 257 yards, no TDs, and still, it wasn't as if he played poorly, and Philadelphia's pass defense has had its struggles over the latter part of the season. Even against Jacksonville, Tom Brady is the safest cash game play, and many will flock to Blake Bortles in tournaments because of his garbage time potential, but Keenum splits the difference and offers a good floor and plenty of potential upside. Dion Lewis, RB, Patriots vs. Jaguars $7,700. Rex Burkhead's status could affect Lewis, but if Burkhead knee is out again, it's tough to see Lewis getting fewer than 20 touches. Even if Burkhead plays, Lewis has established himself as New England's clear lead back. James White stole a couple TDs last week, but Lewis had 24 touches for 141 yards. This is a bit of a chalky pick, but perhaps the masses will favor the cheaper White because of his recent postseason success. TJ Yeldon, RB, Jaguars at Patriots $5,200. If you think the Patriots are going to win, especially if you think they will win comfortably, then Yeldon makes sense. He'll be the guy playing when the Jags are in catch-up mode, hauling in short passes and racking up cheap PPR points and yards. He plunged in a short touchdown last week and totaled 77 yards on only 8 touches, and that was with Jacksonville leading the whole game. He should see more playing time against New England. Adam Thielen, Vikings at Eagles $7,400. Diggs was the hero last week, but Thielen's numbers were nearly identical to Diggs' right up until that last play. Thielen hasn't done a ton over the past 4 games, 17 catches, 189 yards, no TDs, but the targets are still solid 27. We know the potential is there for a lot of catches and yards, and maybe even a touchdown or two against an Eagles pass defense that allowed 8 WRTDs in weeks 13 to 17. Keelan Cole, Jaguars at Patriots $5,800. Good luck trying to figure out Jacksonville's wide receivers. Dede Westbrook seemed like the leader for targets even after Marquise Lee and Allen Hurns came back, but Lee looked closer to 100% last week, leading the team with 6 looks. However, it was Cole who led the wide receivers in yards thanks to a 45-yard completion. It was his only catch of the playoffs, as he's only received 3 targets through 2 games, so picking him this week is only recommended in tournaments. Still, with the Jags TD plus dogs, it's fair to expect them to be throwing more. In the second half, Westbrook and Hurns could easily be the biggest beneficiaries, but Cole has the most big play potential. Nelson Agholor, Eagles vs. Vikings $6,200. The Nick Foles era hasn't been particularly kind to Agholor, as he's totaled only 129 yards over the past 4 games. He does have a touchdown in that span, though, and he should see much more favorable coverage than Alshon Jeffrey, who will likely draw Xavier Rhodes. Like the Jags, the Eagles could be throwing a lot in the second half, and Agholor will be in good position to benefit. Rob Gronkowski, Patriots vs. Jaguars $8,400. Everyone will have Gronk, but that's okay. He's worth the price tag, and he's by far the most likely to produce this weekend. Kyle Rudolph $6,100 is the next best option, but if you're paying down for him, who are you paying up for at other positions? Chances are, whoever it is won't be as automatic as Gronk. Stephen Gostkowski, Patriots vs. Jaguars $5,000. The Jags defense is brutal, but if you had to bet on one offense to move the ball this week, it would be the Patriots. Gostkowski will get chances, which is all we can ask for. B Street, Minnesota Vikings at Eagles $4,900. All 4 DSTs this week are good options, even the Jags, who are the most talented unit and cost the least $4,400. Ownership will likely be pretty similar between the Vikings and Patriots, so perhaps the sneaky play is Philadelphia. Still, we like the Vikings, who are pretty similar talent-wise to Jacksonville and face just as shaky of a quarterback as the Pats.